break from doing PCR and giving it to someone else.
Yeah, she did complete one cycle because I heard after one cycle. Okay. What about the so I heard call outs, but I didn't really hear a lot of check backs. Like, I'm gonna take care of that. I heard you do the medication. Right? You said, oh wait, somebody showed you the medication. Yeah, give it the medication. So I heard that, but I didn't hear a lot of check backs. Like, I didn't know who was getting the code card. Somebody was getting the code card, right? So the other thing was the blood gas. The nurses do blood gas here?
She did.
I know, but do nurses do blood gas here?
No.
I just was curious. Yeah, that's right. Do you guys use conga bands?
Oh, so
You guys don't use conga bands?
she's an anesthesia.
Oh, you guys don't use the conga bands? Yeah, okay. The conga bands are these bands. They come with a sheet that's based on the patient's weight. So I heard, did I have Effie was given to this patient?
Okay.
1 milligram?
No, it shouldn't have been 1 milligram.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been a milligram.
It's definitely not a milligram.
Yeah, that's an adult dose. So the conga bands are these bands. They're color coded to the drawer. If you don't have a conga band, what should you be using? Debrasso. So I didn't see that come out. On the conga band, a sheet gets printed out with the patient's weight and their name on it. And what it does is it has every single medication on there that they're going to need. It also tells you how much to defibrillate and to shock.
They do it in the ANC.
Why don't we get that?
You don't have it here.
It's something you can adapt.
It's something you can adapt. If you guys have a UVT team, you can work on that, right? That's something you can work on. I do think that it's wonderful. Okay. Have you heard of the conga bands? I'm sorry. Have you heard of these conga bands?
Yeah, I've seen them in the other ESCs.
Yeah. So maybe that's something you guys want to adopt here. It's just something to think about.
She had the right dosage.
For Ryanadex. Yeah,
For
she's talking about the
Ryanadex.
SB,
Now,
yeah.
I heard somebody say a milligram of
Epi.
Epi. It's not, it's like 0.2 or something like that, 0.3. It's going to be weight-based. Okay, the other thing is, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, whoever pushed the button for help, that was great. The Foley, do you guys have the right? So just so you know, for the Foley catheter, we do not have a 3-way Foley catheter that is smaller than like a 18 or a 16. So you're not going to be able to use a 3-way catheter for irrigation for MH on a child. We're just going to have a regular Foley catheter. Just so you know, they don't make one.
We didn't have cold fluid. I didn't hear
We
that.
have cold fluid. We get cold fluid.
Okay.
We had the cold pack and cold
You
fluid.
only have the ice pack, right? You guys have cold fluid.
We have it up front.
You do have it?
Yes.
We have six
Of a regular Foley. Regular, not a 3-way. So the reason I'm making you aware of it is because they don't make a 3-way catheter for irrigation. So if you're going to be irrigating with cold fluids into the bladder, there's only a regular Foley for pediatrics, not a 3-way. So all that means is you have to disconnect the Foley, push the fluid in, and let it drain out, right? Because it's not a 3-way. They don't make one that's small. I'm just so you guys understand, when you go in there and you're looking for a 3-way to irrigate, there's not going to be a pediatric one there. Okay, that's all. It's just awareness. They don't make one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. It's not,
That's the time we need to break the seal. That's the one time we can break the seal to irrigate.
yeah, you're going to have to if she wants. If they want do I think the Foley catheter irrigation is, I think if you put the cold packs on, you get the cold IV fluids. I mean, you could irrigate with an NG and a Foley, but if you treat them with a Ryanadex, that's the most important thing, right? So the other thing is, you guys all know that
We irrigate for the pediatrics. We do not.
okay, so
Any simulation I haven't seen.
we're not doing it for simulation, but I'm just saying.
No, there it is not everything there for pediatrics. That we should do the irrigation.
So it is recommended that you irrigate through the NG tube and the Foley. We're not doing it. All I'm saying is that you're aware of the tools that you have. So if somebody asks, you can respond back and say, we don't have a 3-way Foley, just letting you know. It's just so you know, that you're aware of the tools, okay? The other thing is the Ryanadex, we don't use, every facility has Ryanadex.
Okay.
Every facility.
Okay.
Okay, we all have Ryanadex. So you guys should be familiar with it. It is a 1 to 2 vial. It's mixed with 5 mLs of water. You should be familiar with that. I think what we need to do is maybe during the afternoon is actually, maybe I can bring in a not a high fidelity mannequin, although that would be nice. I've got a simulator, we can hook a mannequin up, we can actually go through the motions. We don't have to have anesthesia. But I can put a rhythm up there, you guys can interpret if it's VTAC, you need to shock, if it's asystole, so we can kind of practice and you guys can get a little bit more practice. If you don't do it, these are high risk, low frequency procedures, and if you don't practice like anything else, you're not going to be sufficient. I used to work in the ER. We had a code, right in that. Everybody walked in there. She's doing the Foley. She's getting the defibrillator. I can walk in and see what every one of my team members is doing and pick up the next thing that had to be done. That's like emergency preparedness.